Hello. Good morning. Hopefully, you're having a wonderful weekend. So, this video is about a newly IPO company known as Wish. The parent company is Context Logic. So, I'm going to cover that company in this video and I will see whether it's going to be next Etsy, Wayfair, or Alibaba. So, welcome back to another video from 10x Investor Education. Please do not buy this company because you saw this video. Please consult with your financial advisor. I am not your financial advisor and this is just my opinion. Please click the like button, and if you're the first time here, please subscribe so you don't miss the next video. Okay, let's get into the details of Wish. So this is like in a line of summary. If I want to summarize the Wish, what it is, Wish is a mobile first commerce platform for value consumers, mainly competing with Alibaba, Amazon, eBay, without lot of overheads of Amazon, with very innovative promotion engine. Okay, so I think it's competing more with Alibaba and AliExpress and Amazon and eBay than Wayfair and Etsy. Okay, so let's see why I think about it. Okay, so let's get into the details. Okay, so Wish has went to public same week as DoorDash, Airbnb went. Okay, so the opening trade was $22.75 per share below its IPO price of $24. Okay, we know how Airbnb, DoorDash went up, right? So why do you think Wish didn't go up? Because slowing growth rate. Okay, so and also Airbnb, DoorDash are in different market compared to where Wish was. Wish is already there are a lot of competitors. Okay, and the last couple of years they have seen the rate a little bit slowing. So that's the reason why people are worried and they didn't have too much demand in IPO. Okay, but let's see actually get into the details and see what exactly happening with Wish. Okay, so this is at the bottom there is a CNBC interview with Wish founder Pete, and let me look at the highlights of this article. Okay, so on the first day of IPO opening, the shares dropped by 16%. Okay, so $22 instead of $24. So Countless Logic, which parent company, filed to go public last week. The company estimated that it would price shares in the range of $22 to $24, and the Tuesday it priced at the top of that range. Wish, founded in 2010 by former Google engineer Peter Skalowski, is an online marketplace. This features a variety of discount goods ranging from cheap homewares and apparel to electronics and toys. So this app offers a lot of products. Okay, we'll get into that. And basically here, what CNBC guy saying, hey, so are you a dollar store or a $5 store? Are you really competing with Amazon? Okay. So the company IPO process revealed its experiencing slower growth from much of a smaller base than online retail counterparts like Amazon and Walmart, which reported a $1.75 revenue in 9 months, so which is close to $2.4 billion revenue for the rest of the year. Comes on the heels of successful IPOs from Airbnb and DoorDash. In the same month they went. So I'm not sure why they went, so many IPOs last month, but I think a lot of the companies they try to go before the end of the year, and that's how it happened. So Context Logic is Wish parent company, and the underwriters for this IPO are Goldman Sachs and JP Morgan. So the stock symbol stays under the symbol Wish. Okay, so let's get into little more details. What Wish, how it looks, how they make money, what is my main competition with Amazon, eBay, and Alibaba. Okay, so these are the founders. Wish. So this is an old article, but it's very relevant to this video. That's why I'm showing. So they reportedly recently turned down a $10 billion all cash offer from Amazon, which is mind boggling, and had sales of single digit billions only 3 years after launching. Okay, so So this is really true. I read in many articles. So they got offers from Amazon and eBay for $10 billion, and they know this is going to be big competitor for them. Okay, the reason why Amazon and eBay try to buy them is because they can't compete with Alibaba. And if you look at the $5 store from Amazon, it's nowhere close to Wish, and I really don't like it. Okay, so let's look into little more details of Wish. Wish sells cheap but stylish products. Okay, so $2,500 watch to $69, $399 $400 camera to $89. Okay, so it's not just a dollar store, $5 store. There's a lot of stuff. Okay, but at a very deep discount. Okay, how can they get that kind of deep discount compared to Best Buy or Amazon? Okay, so their layout looks like a lot like a Pinterest. Since launching in 2011, they have raised close to $578 million in funding. Okay, okay, so they stayed under radar, and so this is interview is really nice. If you want to know about the company, you can look at it. Okay, so he's basically Google computer science engineer. That's how, the idea was to build a next generation mobile and network to compete with Google AdSense network, which whose tech was relatively stale. In 2011, founder the both Peter Zalowski and Danny Zhang realized they were pretty bad at business development though. So eventually they pivoted to Wish. So instead of developing a competitor for AdSense, they came up with a competitor for Alibaba and Amazon. Okay, so Wish began as an app that asked people to create a wish list. Okay, so this is how the layout of the website looks like. So okay, so how did they get so many millions of users in just few years? So it's basically, it's not just in US, it's all over the world they ship. Okay, so if you go to Amazon, let's say you're shopping in Amazon India or Amazon China, you have to go to different Amazon. This is a different credit card, different account, and all that. But Wish, that's not what it is. I can buy stuff and get shipped into India or US or China with the same account. Okay, so how do they make money and how do they get users like this? Okay, let's get into the little more details. Okay, so this is overview, Wish revenue and usage statistics 2020. So this will show you, okay, launch date 2010, San Francisco, California, and then these are the CFO and founder and CEO. Okay, IPO expected 2021, but it's happened already. So 2015, so after 5 years of opening, they had $300 million revenue, 0.7, so which means doubled. Another like 40% growth. This is again 2017-18 to double revenue, and 2019, as you can see here the difference, right? So 2017, 2018, they had the best downloaded app in both App Store and Google Play Store all over the world. Okay, so as you can see here, the revenues almost doubled this year, but it went up by only like a 30% or 20% in 2019. So 2020, it's going to be close to 2.4 to 2.5 billion dollar. So the rate at which they are growing is slowing down. Okay, so usually company shares the growth, the stock will trade based on the growth. Okay, so they're still making $100 million loss last year and probably $200 million loss this year. I don't think market gives too much about that 100 or $2 million revenue, but actually the growth, okay, they are not able to get the growth like 30, 40, 50% consistently for next couple of years. I don't think the stock will double, triple like Alibaba and Amazon. Okay, that's the reason I think So I will show you comparing couple of stocks, but that's the main reason why these companies go up, skyrocket in their prices. Okay, so the Wish valuation is $3 billion, 2017 8.7, 2019 11.2, and now it's only around 13 or $14 billion. Okay, and this is Wish funding, and the Wish users are 2017 300 million, 400 million, 500 million. So it's going up, user base is going up by 25%. Similarly, growth rate is going up by 25-30%. Okay, these are active users and merchants. Obviously, they need more merchants. Okay, so most of the merchants are still in China. So they are trying to diversify that across all over the world. Okay, so let's get into some more details. Okay, so the reason why I'm comparing this is to give you an idea where the stock price will go up. Okay, I have comparison of, I don't have Wish is a new company. You can't really compare Wish to these Etsy, Baba, or even Wayfair. So I have two windows basically showing Wayfair, Etsy versus Amazon. Okay, if you look at them, the Amazon stock price went up only 78% for the year. Okay, Alibaba actually went up but came down to 24%. Etsy stock went up by 340% for the year. Okay, so their revenue growth rate is 84% compared to 30% of Amazon and Alibaba. Okay, so why the reason growth rate is because COVID. Okay, so I don't think Etsy will have a similar growth rate next year or next couple of years. That's the reason why this year the stock went up like crazy, 334%. Okay, similarly Wayfair. So Wayfair, the market cap is $27 billion. Okay, so the growth rate is 50%. So this is more than Wish, more than Amazon, but less than Etsy. And you see, that's the reason why it's not 400% like Etsy, it's only 200%. So the people actually appreciate the stock price based on the growth rate. Okay, so given that Wish is not growing at this rate, it's only growing at 30% rate, and there is so much competition, you don't expect the Wish stock to be doubling or tripling, next 1 year or 2 years. Okay, so I'll give you an idea what Wish stock price might end up, but let's look into more details here. Okay. So compared to e-commerce, this is November 20th marketplace worldwide. Compared to rest of the sites, still Amazon is in top. Okay, so this is based on websites. This is not based on downloaded apps. So this is not really good comparison for Wish, because most of the Wish consumers are shopping through app. So if you look at Wish is in somewhere in 27. Okay, so but still Amazon, eBay, Walmart ranks. Okay, but look into this is most important stats for Wish. Okay, so this is top 20 shopping apps worldwide for February. So Wish App Store is number 2 after Amazon, and Android is again Wish, and overall Wish. Okay, so we'll take a close look at overall here: Wish, Amazon, AliExpress, okay, Shein, eBay. Okay, so that's the reason why eBay stock doesn't appreciate much. The growth rate on eBay is only 10 to 15%. Okay, so if you go here, this is in July 2020. So App Store, Wish goes to 7th place. Okay, this is very important. Okay, Wish goes to 7th place, right? And then Android still Wish. Okay, and then overall Wish is number 1. Okay, the reason being because you can see the number of people using Google Play Store in China, countries like China, in India, and it's more famous. Android is much more famous than App Store. Okay, so on number 1 observation you can see here is Pinduoduo. Okay, this is one of my favorite Chinese company, which like a Wish but not in different, but in different category, which grown up like crazy last year and this year, and stock price went up by 400%. So the stock price of Pinduoduo went up more than actually Amazon, Alibaba, even Etsy. Okay, so keep an eye on this stock. If you're interested, you take a look at it. Okay, but that's not idea. So I'm trying to compare where Wish stands in the top downloaded apps in the world. Okay, so we did that comparison. Okay, so this is how AliExpress looks like. Okay, you can pretty neat website, pretty neat app you can buy. And the important thing to know about Alibaba, Wish versus Amazon is these companies do not have a lot of warehouses. They do not commit to ship. They do not buy any products. They do not sell directly any products. Okay, they they tie up merchants and consumers, and they just provide e-commerce platform for connecting merchants and consumers, and they take a commission of each transaction. Okay, so the overhead costs are much low on Alibaba and Wish compared to Amazon, because Amazon has to, you know, ship warehouses, maintain warehouses, build the warehouses, build the logistics, and so there are a lot more delivery. So there are a lot more, right? So all in one model. Okay. So but these companies are not different model. Okay. So if you look at this is how AliExpress looks, and this is how Wish looks. Okay. So I'm myself surprised I could buy, you know, Champion pants for $8. I won't even get them at this price in Costco. And they have a very innovative promotion engine. They sometimes call a limited quantity deal. So it's not like they're selling it for 50 cents, but it's kind of they're attracting you to buy it. And if you get a chance, you'll be the first consumer to buy it. Okay. So you can see the prices. The prices feel pretty cheap, and I don't think, you know, in dollar store or $5 store you can get Fila pants or Champion pants or Under Armour pants for $4. Okay, the same thing here. You're getting everything from shipped from China, and we really don't know whether this is genuine. So Wish has a very limited control of the quality control. Okay, so this is Etsy. Okay, so Etsy is a completely different model. Okay, so lot of them are made in US. They are not coming from Chinese made from China. So individual people who are making the stuff in US are selling at a much higher prices. Lot of them might be even handmade. Okay, this is Etsy. So since coronavirus, a lot of people had a lot of time, so they're able to make a lot of stuff, sell a lot of stuff, and that's how the Etsy growth rate of 85% this year. Okay, so and Wayfair. So Wayfair is, you know, is kind of but not equally competitor, but still, I don't think I don't think you know Wish is directly selling what Wayfair is selling. So Wayfair sells a lot of furniture, a lot of goods, and again this lot coming from not necessarily from Wayfair stores itself, but actually they're coming from the partners. Okay, so I buy a lot of furniture, chairs like that in Wayfair. Okay, so let's compare the main differences between companies like eBay, Amazon, and Wish and Alibaba. Okay, so if you look at Amazon revenue, so $160 billion comes from online stores. Okay, $40 billion comes from web services with high margins, and $65 billion comes from third party sellers. Okay, so this is where Alibaba and Wish compete a lot with Amazon. Okay, so this is where actually Amazon also growing in their marketplace revenue. Okay, so this is where the main competitors are eBay and Etsy, and you can add Wish now, right? So this is where competitors are Walmart and JD.com. Okay, so if you look at it, it's a diverse revenue model. Okay, so right now at least Wish is not targeting rest of these markets, but Wish is mainly targeting third party selling services. Okay, okay, so I want to show you quickly what's the, you know, pitfalls with Wish. Okay, so okay, so similar to Wish, Amazon has a below $10, below $5 stores. Okay, on eBay also. So they are trying to compete directly with Wish and AliExpress for that market share. But if you go and look at it, you won't find a lot of items because they don't have that many merchants compared to these other companies. Okay, so if you look at I want to show this one. Okay, so this is the main thing where Wish will have challenges. Until recently, Wish, which takes 15% of each transaction, had also relied heavily on partnership with USPS and China called ePacket, that enable to send items overseas to US dollar on dollar to $2 as long as the items were usually large and heavy. So if your item is below 2 kgs, so basically you can send it from China to US within $2. That's the relationship between USPS and China. So on July 1st, the new USPS pricing structure now requires companies to wish to pay more to ship their goods. Okay, so technically Amazon will not have this problem because Amazon already set up with all the delivery, warehousing, everything. Okay, but Wish is completely, lot of the product sales will be driven by the cost of shipping. So it could be deadly blow, but Wish had backup options. One of these have involved packing together multiple orders in China based on customers' locations and sending them in bulk to the US to a designated location where they can be picked. Okay, so they had to come up with a lot of creative ideas to reduce the shipping costs. Otherwise, the shipping costs will eat a lot of their margins. Okay, so but still they are not maintaining warehouses, they are not maintaining shipping products, they are not maintaining a lot of things. So they basically they have lighter model, lighter smaller investment compared to Amazon. So their investments are mainly in e-commerce on website. Okay, so what do I think the stock price of Wish next couple of years or next couple of months? Okay, so as you can see here, how AliExpress, Amazon. Okay, so I'm thinking still that the competitor is they're competing to get the market share from eBay, Amazon, and AliExpress. So because of the USPS and the pricing postal charges, their margins will go down, and then they have more competition. And compared to 2017 and 2018, the growth rate is falling. As we saw, Etsy was growing and the Wayfair was growing at much faster rate than Wish, which is new recent IPO. Okay, so the growth rate is 30%, and their 2020 potential revenues is 2.4 billion, and the market cap is 14 billion. Okay, so whereas eBay market cap is 36 billion, okay, with close to $11 billion revenue. Okay, so if Wish can get to, let's say in 4 years, billion consumers, and then $10 billion revenue, I think they can get to $40 billion market cap. But they're going to go to lot of challenges in next 2 to 4 years. Okay, so that's why I'm invested in Jumia at $8 just few months back, and then now the stock price is $40. So I'm not expecting growth rate like Jumia, but you might expect growth rate little more than eBay, but little less than Etsy. Okay, so I think it's still decently good investment, but it's not like a 5x or 10x investment in next couple of years, in my view. Okay, so I don't own the stock of Wish now. So I hardly buy new IPOs because I can make more money with other options. So I did not buy Wish, and the reason I'm making this video is because a couple of friends wanted and a couple of friends bought the stock. That's the reason I'm making this video. So the options are not open yet. I will take a look at it once the option open and see how the direction of the Wish stock is. Okay, so this is what I think about Wish. Let me know honestly what you think. Does this help you? Do you have better understanding of Wish compared to other companies? Okay, so hope to see you on my next video. Thank you.